Hey guys, my name's Liam and I'm going to be reading some more Forbiden Fruit, the Temptation of Edward Cullen, and once more, I'm not going to bother to justify myself. Thanks for the reviews! Chapter 7, Surprises! I woke up sheepishly and wondered where I was for a minute. I got out of bed, wondering if all the things that happened to me last night were just a dream. I went downstairs for breakfast and sat down with Dave and Marie. They look at me and smiles adoringly. Wow, Tia, I love your new hair and contact lenses. Your looks so beautiful, said Marie with her face all bright in happiness. I got up and looked in a mirror. Holy shite! I look totally different. For the first time I could see my face was truly beautiful. It was even prettier than before. My eyes were a weird silver color like wet pools of noble moonlight in distant meadows, and my ivory gold hair seemed to shimmer like the sun's burned rays in the morning, with the purple streaks shining like neon lilac. I was radiant and magical and looked awesome. My skin was even more pale than before, and my features more delicate and queen-like. My nose was small and dashing, and my cheeks were high and pale, and my chin was soft but majestic. I was amazed. Suddenly the phone rang and nuked me out of my silent staring. Dave answered it. What? Oh my god, you're kidding! This is inconsiderable! And he hung up. What's happened, honey? Marie asked, smiling. Uncle Larry has died. It looks like he was ripped apart by a wild beast. I feel so sad. He was my brother. I suddenly remembered what I had done, and I screamed and ran to school. I felt so awful and guilty for what I had done. I knew Uncle Larry was a perv and a racist, and even though he raped me and tied me up and spanked me and made my life hell, I still shouldn't have killed him. I was going to explode with guilt. I ran through the forest towards the school, but suddenly a large thing appeared in front of me. It was a bear! A big panda bear. It was huge and fluffy and really cute. Holy shit, she spelled really... No, she didn't. She left an L out. But I was scared, as this was a totally weird thing to happen. Greetings, Atlantiana, it said. I was totally freaked out. Since when did panda bears live in forks? And since when did they speak? I was totally confused. WTF, I screamed. I'm a panda bear. My name is Snooflanty-Tatuna, but you can call me Snoofles. A talking panda bear? I shouted furiously. I cannot talk like humans can, but you're not human anymore, so you can understand me. You can talk to animals. You probably have other powers too, you just don't know it yet. Like what? I said. I don't know, touch that tree, said Snoofles, smiling at me. I touched the tree and concentrated hard, and even though it was winter... Since when was it winter? The tree suddenly started to bloom huge bunches of flowers. The flowers cascaded down like a river onto the bare forest floor. I took my hand away in horror. The flowers were so beautiful they made me think of Edward. Then I remembered how he left me after we made love, and I became angry. I touched another tree and it burst into flames. It was as if the trees turned into things that somehow reflected how I was feeling. OMG, how is this possible? I said. Don't ask me, I'm just a panda, lol, said Snoofles with a big grin, and he raised his eyebrows. Pandas don't have eyebrows. No, they don't. But I'm so happy to find a person who can understand my speaking. I all semicolon ways wanted a human friend. Will you be my human friend? Well, yeah, okay, I said. But I have to go to school now, so I'll see you later, Snoofles, okay? That's cool, said Snoofles. I'll see you later. I ran away and was totally weirded out by my meeting with Snoofles. I was almost in a trance at school, and even though people stared at me and made comments about my new appearance, I had never cared less. In gym class, I ran around dressed in my gym clothes. I was playing dodgeball, and the clearleaders kept throwing their balls at me really hard like biatches, but I was dodging them at the speed of light. Lauren came over to me and tries to hit me over the face with her balls, so I slapped her in the face. Okay, sorry. WTF, you freaky goth tutor bitch, she shouted with her ugly face flapping like a big bag. Leave me alone, yeah? I said, looking more beautiful than ever. No, I'll never leave you alone because you're so weird. What has happened to your face? It's like you're from another planet. You're so pale and delicate, it's freaking everyone out and we all hate you. Sorry. I was so mad, I pushed her, but when my hands touched her, her arms... Oh, fuck, I fucked up so badly, my bad. I was so mad I pushed her, but when my hands touched her arms, her skin started to blister and froth in a totally gross way, and she got struck by a bolt of lightning. She wasn't dead or anything, but she looked totally disgusting, and she got taken to the hospital. I didn't look for my friends after gym class. I sat in the changing rooms after everyone has left, and cried because I felt so sorry for what I had done to Uncle Larry and to Lauren. I sat there wearing a very short leather mini dress and red ribbed tights and a skull necklace and a gothic top hat with feathers on it. Suddenly I heard voices from behind me. Tia! Tia! It is I, Edward Cullen, said Edward. I turned to look at him, and he gasped in a high-pitched way and fell over onto the floor. I was mad at him and totally upset about other stuff, so I didn't check to see if he was okay. He got up in a minute. I fainted, Tia. Thou is so sexy and exquisite, I lost my contentiousness. Thy face is even more sacred and filled with shining glory than before. I am amazed. But then he noticed I was crying tears of soft blood and said, What is wrong with thee? Said Edward. I killed someone, you Audred. I killed my uncle and drank his blood, and I think I made Lauren get struck by lightning. It's okay, Tia. He was evil and no one cares about Lauren, Edward says to comfort me, and he put his arms around me. Still, what I did was awful, and anyways, get off me. I stood up and shook him off me. Don't come near me ever again. I haven't forgiven you for what happened last night. We did sex and you left me there in the forest. I'm sorry. I cannot stay away from thee, and yet I cannot be with thee either. He cried and threw his hands up and wept. Make your mind up, Udard. This is a serious thing. Either stay here with me now and screw me and be with me forever, or leave and go be with Bella. Make your choice right now. I choose thee, Atlantiana. Bella is a big mean cow and I can't be with her anymore. I will never leave thou side again, my lovely damsel. He started to cry and I kissed him. He was so amazing. His yellow eyes and tousled auburn hair and pale skin made me want to screw him all the time. I'd never seen anybody look so perfect. I took off my dress so I was only wearing my underwear, and I sat on his knee and we kissed a lot. He touched me all over and I felt dizzy and weak. Do you mean it, Edward? You'll be mine forever? I does. I shall be thy mate, he said beautifully in his smooth, hot velvet voice. I found some handcuffs on a bench and I tied him to a hook. He was unable to move and I took his pants down and looked at his throbbing lavender man fruit thing. Oh God. I'm sorry, but if your dick can be described as lavender, there's something seriously wrong and you need to see a doctor. It was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen, and I put it in my mouth and sucked it and he thrusted madly until he had an orgasm in my mouth. The hot juice flowered in my mouth and it was magical. I can write better smut than this, except I've never written smut. Totally. Suddenly a voice came from behind me. What do you think you're doing, you evil rodent people? I hate you. I hate you both, and now I'm going to kill myself. It was Bella Swan.